at the Vintage Factory, where we have these beautiful modern classics that we are building. We have one that is in progress right now, ready for Christmas delivery, that you can customize. So if you're looking for the ultimate Christmas present and you want to make it a surprise and you want to pick your colors, we have one that is up for grabs that you can text or call and reserve, guaranteed delivery before Christmas. And you got all kinds of colors to choose from. So right here we've got boxwood green. This is boxwood green with worn glove leather. Wimbledon white with a dash. You got your power steps. Fox coilover suspension. 17-inch forged aluminum wheels. 100% brand new American-made steel. And the best part is that it's not a restoration. Even though it does look classic, it's actually a 2025 vehicle. And the significance of that for you is that you have modern car engineering, technology, reliability, and the most important thing is you have modern day safety. And I'll walk you through those safety features. So this is Brittany blue, chrome trim, Wimbledon white on the grille, stripes, and this also has a worn glove leather interior with a Wimbledon white soft top. And then this boxwood green one here has a tan soft top. I'll show you how that works too. All right, I'm going to take you over the assembly line so you can see how we build these. And each one of these can be customized. And the one that we have up for grabs for Christmas delivery, you can choose your colors and your options. This is our team incoming inspection and quality and warehouse. What's going on, guys? How's it going? These guys do an amazing job. They make sure that every single package that comes in, every single part is thoroughly inspected, whether we buy it or we manufacture it, before it goes on the vehicle. And every single part gets a accepted or rejected. And that's part of our quality control. Every hinge, every single item goes through, and you can see if it doesn't pass our quality standard, it doesn't make it on the vehicle. So a little bit of behind the scenes here for you. All right, it's Friday here. Everybody's in a good mood. We've got a few builds in progress here. This is Brittany blue, Wimbledon white for the roll bar. And inside here, you can see the amount of sound dampening that we use. So each build starts as a 2025 modern car chassis, and then we transform it through 900 labor hours into a piece of art that you could drive every day reliably, confidently, and in a safe manner, because unlike any other classic car in the world, it has safety features. So you've got 6 airbags, 1 in the steering wheel, 1 in the front passenger side, 1 in each of the front seats, and you can see your curtain airbags that give you side and rear passenger protection. There's 6 total airbags, crumple zones in the doors. You've got, side impact beams in the doors. You have your crumple zones and throughout the entire body, all designed and engineered to protect the inside of the passenger, inside occupants. And you've got a roll bar here that is actually functional, tied to the chassis, and gives you extra protection as well. Then you've got modern technology like traction control, you have roll sensor, you have stability control, and you have all of the modern technology that you have in your normal modern vehicle. And it is a 2025 with a classic inspired body. So it's not an old car or a restoration. This one right here is raven black, absolutely beautiful. And this one has a cognac interior. So we just did a cognac interior on the one we did for the founder of Red Bull. That was that midnight blue one. So this is a rare leather interior color called cognac. Check that out. 12 different leather colors, 30 different paint colors, lots of trim options, wheel options, soft top, stripes, no stripes. And the one that is available for Christmas, you can choose your colors, your trim, and your details. And there's one of those right now. This one right here is GT Silver. It was on the line a couple stations down earlier. And we have our team going through the final assembly process right before test miles. So this is the teak wood upgrade. And you can see everything we do is measured down to the millimeter according to spec, and that's how we're able to control quality. Every step in the process has standard operating procedures, so our team is able to meet that standard every single time. And we collect all of our data. We know people, process parts by build, by day, by hour, and we have traceability so that if anything ever comes up during inspections or final inspection, we can always root cause and go back to where it happened and how we make it better. In the engine bay here, we have a modern 2025 Ford 2.3 engine. This one's getting the upgraded Roush performance package, which is intake, exhaust, and tune. We partner with the guys in Detroit, Roush Performance, well known for their performance parts. So you're about 330 horsepower, about 400 foot-pounds of torque, plenty of power and a really nice sound as well. And inside here you've got tobacco leaf leather. So there are 12 different leather colors, and you've got options from diamond, pleated, woven leather, and plaid as well. So lots and lots of ways to customize. This client went with a matching dash, which I really like. GT Silver. All this hardware is billet aluminum. And again, every component on this vehicle is brand new. We did not restore a vehicle. We did not use any old car parts. Everything is modern 2025. The brand new body is from Detroit. We stamped it ourselves, and there's no rust in it. And it really is the ultimate blend of vintage and modern together. So I'm going to take you over to our inspection tunnel and show you for the first time our new one-of-one edition. This is Pebble Beach green. Check out the metallic on that. Really, really nice. I was in Pebble Beach for Monterey Car Week, and I saw a really cool Carrera GT, and we decided to make a custom one-of-one paint color here that we named Pebble Beach. You can see the metallic in that, and it's a really cool color. So this one-of-one edition has our new 17-inch retro wheels. These are made by us, and they look old, like old steel wheels from the 1960s, but they're actually forged aluminum. And there's your upgraded Fox suspension. This has every single option. So every option that you can get, we put on this demo vehicle. This one's ours, and it is not for sale right now, but we can be convinced. So this is a worn glove interior, Wimbledon white dash, Wimbledon white on the soft top. You've got your vintage stripes, retro wheels, and then you got the teak wood back here. This color combination is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you here the details. So this is worn glove leather. Your 10-inch hidden JL subwoofer back here. These are your speaker pods housing your Focal Audio premium upgraded sound system. And so between the speakers, Focal Audio, and the JL subwoofer hidden back here, really, really nice, clean sound. You can turn it up, sounds good and doesn't distort. And then back here, check that out, you've got your hidden cooler. So appropriately named Pebble Beach. So imagine you're, hanging out by the water. You've got your tailgate, super classic style, slow open, and then you got your teak wood floor back here, your hidden cooler with your ice and your beverages, and you're hanging out and you're just kind of kicking your feet up here. I'm not supposed to do this, but it's our demo truck, so I guess it's okay. And really not a bad way to hang out. And then back here, underneath the tailgate, you have your backup camera and your parking sensors. So these are a great example of how we have blended modern technology with classic inspired design. So you've got this very old school looking 1960s, 70s style bumper, brand new steel, American made, chromed in Detroit, and then we blend in those modern safety features. So things that you don't think of, but you've got, and it is the best of both worlds. A lot of times in the classic cars, you don't have any of these safety features. With most classic cars, you might get a backup camera, which is what we used to have in our Restomod, but with this, full modern 2025 safety features found in a modern vehicle, crumple zones, side impact beams, and I'll show you the airbags as well. So if you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift, and you guys have always been eyeing one of these and you want to customize one and have it in time, guaranteed delivery before Christmas, then this is something that the entire family can enjoy. I always felt guilty buying cars for myself that had like 2 seats and 600 horsepower, but I have kids and family, and so only one person could go with me. And so this right here, you have room for 4. And here's the best part. This is a child-friendly vehicle because it does meet all FMVSS compliance, meaning that in order to certify this vehicle after the 900 hours of labor that we did, we went through a process to make sure that it met all of the NHTSA and FMVSS compliance things, including testing the airbags. So you got an airbag right here. You have airbag number 2 right here, and that's your side impact airbag. It uses a special thread in here so that if the airbag has to blow, it's still going to come out, fully tested. And then inside the doors, you have side impact beams. And then you've got your crumple zones. If you're going to put your kids in the car, if you look in the garage, all of your cars likely have modern safety features. With this, if they're young, you even have the benefit of the latch system, which means you can tether in a car seat or a booster seat. So if you have young kids or grandkids and your wife gives you a hard time about, taking them in a car that doesn't have safety features, that's a problem with classic cars and Restomods, but it's not a problem with this because it is a fully certified vehicle. And so airbag 1, airbag 2, you've got another one in your passenger seat on the side as well. This is airbag number 4, which is your dual stage front passenger airbag. And then you have 2 more airbags that run all the way down, showed you in the chassis earlier, all the way down to the rear, giving you that side and rear passenger protection. And then you have a functional roll bar. This is not like just tied to the body, it's actually bolted to the chassis. So it gives you rollover protection and technology with the form of a roll sensor. And then what we did was we wrapped all of it in Alcantara. So you see here, this beautiful suede-like material runs the entire perimeter, wraps the entire roll bar, and then it meets up right here, and then it becomes leather. All of this is leather wrapped. Check out the stitching on that. All the way through here. And then up here goes back to Alcantara. So you have this really, really nice interior that will be every bit on par of what you have in all of your other $250,000 cars. Very little plastic inside. This right here, billet aluminum with a brushed finish. And the materials we use, we were very, very picky about it. We wanted it to give you that sense of quality that you would expect at this price point. And listen to the way the door sounds. Just a really solid, heavy, American-made steel door. Lines and gaps, absolutely perfect. Down to the millimeter. We are maniacal about how we build these. This one here has power steps. Close-up of your forged aluminum wheel. And I just love this feature right here. Body matching brake calipers. I'll show you up here, it's a little bit easier to see. But check that out. Pebble Beach green, Pebble Beach green. Just the little details we're big on. Up here you have LED lights. All your lighting's LED. Looks classic, but it is all modern. and you can't see it, but you have pre-collision assist as well. So if you aren't paying attention, somebody stops in front of you, suddenly it's going to beep, flash, and it has emergency braking as well. So things that old cars don't have, and it gives you the blend of beautiful classic inspired design, but you're getting all of that modern technology, all of the modern driving characteristics, and the modern safety features. So it's a big deal to be packaged all in one, and the fit and finish and the quality and the materials will exceed your expectations. We went overboard when it comes to luxury. Little details like, you know, these little things. Every bit of it has just been well thought through. And then when we go and we build the vehicle, every step, the entire process is documented. And we are a data-driven company that allows us to log everything we do down to the station, down to the process and our people and the time. And so when we say Christmas delivery, guaranteed delivery on time. Very hard to do. And for a car company, it is extremely difficult to promise not only perfection, but also on-time delivery. But I can tell you that if you order a vehicle from us, that is the standard for us, and you will get both. I couldn't always say that before, but this team has done an amazing job working relentlessly on people, process, and parts until we can get all of this down to a science. And really what we've done is we've taken a form of art and we blended it with science. Science meaning data, process, and the ability to apply big company type OEM manufacturing best practices into a boutique, hand-built, handcrafted product. And in the big companies, all of those cars that you know of, Range Rover, G-Wagon, Lamborghini Urus, Bentley, those are mostly all robotics and automation. With this, you have 900 labor hours by people right here in Atlanta. This is Atlanta, Georgia, by the way, where all this is happening. And what's great is the team goes through a rigorous amount of steps and process and documentation and quality checks, and that's how we're able to warranty these the way we do. It's a white glove, bumper to bumper warranty on anything that's cosmetic or mechanical, the entire vehicle. It doesn't matter, you know, where it came from. We warranty the entire thing. That's how confident we are in this product. And we used to do restoration, and we used to do rest-a-mods, and they were nice, and they were at the time as good as you can get. But as time evolved and we collected client feedback and they share with us what they really wanted, it was very clear that they actually didn't want or care about an actual original classic car. What they really liked was the look. And so they also came back and said they wanted something they could actually drive often. And for $250,000, you're probably going to want to drive the car. And so if you're building a restoration or a rest-a-mod, which is what we used to do, and the client says, make it drive better, make it drive like my G-Wagon, make it, you know, more comfortable, make it more luxurious, and make it safe, because I got kids too, or I got grandkids. And classic cars, rest-a-mods, including the ones we used to build, they don't have modern safety features. So that was a non-starter. The other non-starter of that past product was the geometry. You've got a narrow track width right here, and you have a short wheelbase this way. And so if you think about what that means for the driving experience, when you have a narrow track width, which means your wheels are close together, and you have a short wheelbase, which means these wheels are close together, the way that's going to drive will be significantly different from your Range Rover or G-Wagon. And so we really thought hard about how we can give our clients what they wanted. And these are clients who are used to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 cars. They wanted the best. Money wasn't an issue. They were willing to pay a premium to not have to make any compromises. So that meant they wanted airbags, they wanted all the safety features, they wanted to drive like a modern car, and they want luxury, extra luxury. So here's how we did it. This right here is an old restoration. This is my old 1969 Bronco. And again, very narrow track width and only a 92 inch wheelbase from there to there. I love this thing at first, and I hate to hurt his feelings standing right here talking about it like he can't hear me, but then I disliked it very quickly. Reason being, not reliable, drove really harsh on solid axles, and very squirrely all over the road, and the brakes barely worked, and it was just fun to go very slow around the block. But if you're actually going to drive it, for $250,000, you're not going to like it. So we quickly decide, hey, restoration's great, but we want to make it more modern. So we made it more modern. This is a resto mod, modern restoration. Better than an old restoration, but still had a narrow track width, couldn't change that. Still had solid axles, didn't change that, and still only has a 92-inch wheelbase. No car today has that wheelbase length because they have a higher center of gravity, they have a more squirrely ride, and with a lifted truck, short wheelbase, narrow track width, still not quite like a modern vehicle. But these were beautiful, and we built them right here with our team, and the team wanted perfection. And so customer feedback says, make it better. So we went from restoration to better than a restoration to a fully modernized classic. This is the best of both worlds. And what you get is all the things you're used to: reliability, technology, comfort, safety, luxury, but you don't have to worry about any of the old car problems. Big deal. How do we do that? I'm going to show you. This right here is the chassis underneath our modern classic. And the chassis is the platform that your entire investment rides on. All your people, you driving around every day on the freeway, your entire investment rides on this. And I'm going to break this down for you. This is a huge innovation, because while everybody else in the industry, including us a few years ago, were building restorations and modern restorations and resto-mods, we were trying to make an old car more modern. And we were successful in doing it, but there were limitations. Geometry, wheelbase, you can't change that. So much like you remodel a house that's really old, if that foundation and the pipes and all the stuff inside the walls aren't changed, you're still going to have limitations. And so what we did was we took a modern car chassis, a 2025, and we kept the drivetrain, we kept the frame, we kept the safety features and the technology and the things that made it a great vehicle, and we used that instead of an old 1960s frame with the short wheelbase geometry, and we built a vintage car on top of it. Classic inspired. You want it to be longer and you want it to be wider. And so this right here is the result. A brand new American-made steel body, all done out of Detroit, perfect lines and gaps, no rust, 900 labor hours to transform that modern chassis into this. When we say best of both worlds, we mean it. And it was our plan to give our customers everything they wanted with no compromises. So you could drive this every single day, in the rain, on the freeway, on a road trip, with your family, with your kids, with your grandkids, and you're not gonna think twice, because I'm pretty sure when you get in your car today, driving to work or school or whatever it was you did, dropping the kids off, that you didn't wonder if you're gonna make it or if it was gonna break down, and you didn't have to, put on a different mindset to drive it. This is a modern 2025 vehicle, and that 100.4-inch wheelbase compared to that 92-inch wheelbase makes a night and day difference. But when you combine a 92-inch wheelbase with a wider track width, you can see how the driving characteristics would change. But another big thing for our customers who weren't hardcore off-road people or purists, they were used to independent front suspension. Old restorations and resto-mods have solid axles. I know the G-Wagon Range Rover crowd, you're not off-roading that thing, and if you wanted to, you still could. Now, if you really want to go crazy off-road, let's talk, right? We can do anything. But for 99% of our customers, independent front suspension, wider track width, and longer wheelbase is going to be way more conducive to your everyday driving and your freeway driving and your road trip driving. And the most important thing is that you can't put safety features in a classic car. That was like one of the first things I asked when I got in the business. I was like, wait a minute, why can't we do safety features in the classic car? And it just wasn't possible. If it was, we would have done it. And so instead of trying to limit ourselves with old geometry, old technology, and not be able to retrofit safety features, we, instead of trying to make an old car more modern, we took a modern car chassis and turned it into a classic inspired vehicle you drive every single day, luxury on par with any $250,000 car you can think of, and all the technology and all the safety. And then the biggest thing we do, we stand behind it, because we believe that at this price point, the service is a big, big part of your experience. And so white glove warranty, full-time certified traveling technicians who work for us full-time. If something comes up and we can't handle it remotely, we come to your home, no matter where you live. And we do it fast, and we do it included in the cost. There's no charge for that. There's no extra. And it's a testament to how we think about service, but it's also a testament to how confident we are in our build process, our quality. And to be fair, a 2025 modern car chassis is going to be significantly more reliable than one that's made custom aftermarket by hand. And we know because we used to build them, and we built really nice ones. So there you have it. Old restoration, 1969, Rest-A-Mod, modern restoration, fully modernized classic. And I have had personally over 50 cars since I was 21. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, McLaren, AMG. I know cars really well. And I can tell you that what we did was we made a classic inspired vehicle, the first of its kind, at a level of craftsmanship and quality that is guaranteed to blow you away. And we can only say that because we built over 200 of them. And so we know the customers, and a lot of those customers, by the way, had Rest-A-Mods and restorations and other vehicles like Land Rover Defender and FJ40 Land Cruiser, old Broncos that we built that were restoration. Rest-A-Mods, our competitors. I can tell you the difference is night and day. It is an order of magnitude. It is 10 times better in the way it drives, in the way it handles, in the luxury, in the technology, and no contest. No classic car in the world has safety features. So now you have everything. And so when your wife's like, oh, well, I don't know, you can take the kids in that car, you don't have to worry about that. So get your permission slip signed. Santa Claus is coming soon. I think we're 60 days away from Christmas. And you can take one of these. We have, all of these are all spoken for and are custom builds for clients. But one of these is up for grabs. You can do the customization to it and pick your colors, but you gotta move fast. And then it'll be delivered before Christmas, so you can surprise your family, and I can tell you they will absolutely love it. You have kids, it will be their favorite car. You might have cars that cost way more than $300,000, $250,000. It will be their favorite car. So here is a Brittany blue one that was a build in progress and just sold, and it has ball glove leather, Wimbledon white for the roll bar, Wimbledon white for the top. It has power steps and the upgraded Fox suspension. These are polished bullet hole wheels. Client went with the matching brake calipers. So you have Brittany blue brake calipers, which is really cool. Check that out. Really nice. And they went with the stripes too. There are 33 permutations. So if you want to go online, go to our website, go to the configurator. We have an online configurator where you can spec out every single detail inside and out. And that is at vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co. And there are 30 different paint colors, 12 leather colors, lots of options for the interior design. You can change the color of the dash, the roll bar, the grille. There's trim options from chrome to black to white to Wimbledon white. You can go stripes, custom stripes, no stripes, thick stripe. And then you have options of this very cool retro wheel. You can see the body matching Pebble Beach brake caliper here. These are all forged aluminum, super lightweight, really expensive, and a very, very high quality wheel that looks like it's from the 60s, but it is brand new. And then the other option is going to be these bullet hole wheels. And you can choose black, white, off-white, a lot of customizations. Or just text us or call us at the number on the screen, and our team standing by, Rachel standing by, happy to have a conversation, answer your questions. And while we're standing here, I'm gonna show you what we do. So after we do the assembly process, and then after we take it through test miles, we then put it through our inspection tunnel. And this is where we go through everything again, 300 inspection points, get it perfect if there's anything that was imperfect. And then over here, 4 master detailers who spend 8 hours each making sure that in final detail, everything is perfect before final inspection. And these guys, they do an amazing job. The very last step is definitely one of the hardest, because at this point, once we finish final detail, we go through final inspection with our team leads, and that's where our leads from quality and engineering and operations and management all come together. And what we do is we use different types of light. So like you have these really bright white lights, which is great, and then you have these lights right here that kind of emulate the sun, and then you have flashlights over here, and we are maniacal crazy. Here's Sharon. Hey Sharon, how are you?
I'm good.
Good, doing great. One of our inspectors, she does a phenomenal job and a great eye for detail. But none of this is like eyeball, because we have standard operating procedures for final detail. And I can tell you, I've never seen a custom build shop, and I've been to boat shops too, like really nice ones that build $2, $3, $4 billion boats. And when I toured their facility, not only did these high-end car and boat builders not have standard operating procedures, which, you know, works at a small scale or depending on your level of quality, but if you want it to be perfect every time, and you want to hand build something, and you want to do volume, you need standard operating procedures. But what I've definitely never seen is SOPs for detail. Because usually what happens is a detail guy is a good cleaner detailer, and he's just going to wash it and clean it and make it look really nice, but there's no SOPs. So what is the significance of SOPs? Here's some free building manufacturing advice for you here. We're maniacal about quality, because we've had our white glove bumper to bumper warranty since we were doing restoration and restaurant. We stood behind the product even back then, which is really hard to do, by the way. And so for us to do that, we have to feel confident that was built right. And you cannot inspect for quality at the end to see what all you missed. That's how we used to do it in restoration, and that's how most places do it. So instead, you build quality into the product, and that's how you do it. You tell your people exactly what it is you expect. You outline it. You don't say, you don't use rough subjective terms. You use very specific numbers and data points. And then this way, when the inspections come along at the station, if that is supposed to be a certain torque spec, we check it and we know. And there's no surprise, because they know it's going to be checked and they want it to be perfect. If it's perfect, we move forward. So really, in this last final inspection station, it's not like we have this huge clipboard where we find all these things. We're really just validating that all along the way, including the other 300-point inspection up there, that is good to go. And every single time we do this, which is every build, we get better and better and better. And because we time everything, tack time, T-A-K-T, look it up, we have it down to the minute, to the hour, to the day. We know exactly how long it takes to build a car. We know exactly how long each station should take, and that allows us to be on time with delivery. So when someone says on-time delivery, it can't just be that they're going to try really hard. It has to be that the math will actually math, and that's what we do. So this is the blend of art and science. You've got really great people who are extremely good at what they do, and then you give them tools and data and process, and we're here for one thing, which is perfection. If this car is not perfect, it's not shipping. Good news is, when you do that over and over, and you've got people, and you have process, and you have parts, and it's all documented, and you have a feedback loop, and you do root cause analysis, and you do it immediately after every build, the team just gets better and better and better. What's going on, Brian?
What's going on, Joe? How are you doing, sir?
I'm great. Don't let me distract you.
Oh, no, all good, all good.
Yeah, I always feel bad doing that to you, but you...
Oh, no, you're fine.
What do you think of this color?
I love it. Almost reminds me of like a boxwood green.
Yeah.
Kind of confused with this boxwood green.
Yeah.
Sherwood green.
Yeah.
There's a lot of greens lately.
Well, this is Sherwood green, but there's no metallic.
Yes.
That's
yes,
what
I've
it
noticed
is.
It's flat.
Yeah.
I love the interior design. I mean, the whole thing is specced out perfectly. I love this one.
Yeah, this is really nice. This is really army green to me. I think it's a really great color.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, just a little bit darker than Sherwood green and darker than boxwood green. So
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Color, for sure.
Well, it's Friday, man. How you feel?
Oh, I feel great, Joe.
Yeah?
We achieved perfection yesterday.
I heard. I meant to come over, but I couldn't get away from my desk. 0 detail hits?
Yes, sir.
That's impossible.
We made the impossible possible.
That's
sir.
impossible.
We made it possible.
I mean,
me and this great team right here, we can achieve anything, Joe.
0 detail hits?
Yeah, 0, man.
Who did you pay off to make that happen? That's amazing, guys. Yeah. Well, you know, when I heard about it, I did a double take because of all the stations that is almost impossible to get a perfect score on, it's this one.
Wow.
Because there's so much to do,
Absolutely.
and that if any one thing is wrong, it's not perfect.
No, sir.
Yeah,
So,
that's super impressive, man.
yeah, we just super attention close to detail, and I mean, we just, you know, like I said, we got a great team ahead of us, so
Yeah.
we can accomplish anything and make the impossible possible.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you,
Really,
sir.
really
Means
proud
a
of
lot.
you.
Means a lot.
Come such a long way, Bryce. Excellent job, man. Amazing. And these guys, they are just exceptional. And one thing I really love about being on this team is that everyone understands their role and what it is they have to do, and they know what good looks like. And it was because we spent so much time with them. As a founder and CEO, I personally inspected every single car with the team and did it over and over and over. And anything that was not 100% perfect, we had a very consistent and tight feedback loop, and we fed it back to people, process, and parts. Those are the 3 things, right? So if something is not 100% perfect at the final inspection, then it usually is one of those 3 things. Behind the scenes of behind the scenes here. What's going on, Juan? We got Chris over here. What's going on, man? How are you? I heard we got a 0 detail hit, perfect score. That's impressive. I just want to say great job. You guys are just doing an exceptional job getting better and better, making it more efficient and repeatable. I was really proud of that. Really hard to do. Yeah?
That we finally were able to get it yesterday.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Well, keep up the good work, man. The cars look amazing. The clients love them. And I just think that the way we go about things is that when we set our standard for the client, we nitpick it so far to the point of it's absurd, so that we are very confident that we will exceed their expectations, not meet. And these little tiny things, I want to zoom in here without touching it. I don't know if I can get that close or not. I can tell you at almost any other place, they wouldn't even flag it. And if you get the wrong people and you flag this, they'll look at you and be like, are you serious? So our team, instead, they go to beyond what industry standard is. And industry standard, even in Detroit at the big OEMs, they have an allowable number of defects per panel. And what we decide is that the allowable industry standard for defects per panel is too high. And at $250,000 base price, you really deserve a show quality paint job. And so as far as exterior goes, we go crazy over it. And I think that when you get it, you'll understand every little detail. And it's really the process that allows us to do that, because it's not just these guys. Earlier I showed you, incoming inspection would never allow a chrome aluminum door handle to pass inspection and make it on the line. We check that, we reject a lot of parts. Therefore, when it goes on the truck, you know it's good. Once upon a time, there's no incoming inspection. Or we did, but we couldn't inspect all of them, right? And then what happened is you put a faulty part on the vehicle, you go through the whole build process, and at the end, management would say, not gonna work. And then now we're gonna take it off and redo it again. And so all we did, as simple as it sounds, is we said perfect or nothing. We graded every single build the same way, and then we would immediately turn around and do root cause analysis on people, process, and parts. And here's the thing that, I'm not gonna say it surprised me, because I'm not surprised, but it might surprise you. When you have a great team, it's usually not people. If you have a great team of meticulous, detail-oriented, passion-driven people who love to be held to a high standard, it was usually parts and process. And that was how we knew we had a good team. And so, regardless, we had, areas to improve on. We would take it back to team, station 1, item number 45, torque specs supposed to be 35, what happened, my torque wrench needs to be calibrated, whatever, we fix it. We just do it over and over and over again. But no one ever got defensive, and people didn't feel like it was impossible. In fact, they liked it because they wanted it to be perfect. So imagine your only acceptable outcome. Hey Morris, your only acceptable outcome is 100% perfect, and you get a score, and every single time, we know who did what and what that score was. What's going on, Charles? These guys, they can't wait to see the score because they want to know, did they get perfect or not? And detail team getting a 100% perfect score on the first inspection, that's almost impossible to do. Not to say that the other stations aren't hard too, but that's one of the hardest for sure. Also the body stuff, very, very difficult. A complete, total lost art. I'm gonna walk you through this gorgeous boxwood green. You can see the color difference. This one is more of a sage green, a little bit lighter. The other one was Sherwood green with no metallic, very dark, kind of an army green. This is a little bit more classic. The other one definitely kind of feels like an army truck, which is a really cool look too. So this is boxwood green, and check this out here. All these details. This right here is our speaker cover, which is not plastic, but it's perforated leather, letting the sound come out for your 10-inch subwoofer. And then these little details I love, really reminiscent of a really nice handbag, which I'm sure you have a lot of. Real teak wood, very popular upgrade. I'm a big boat guy. I love to open up this cargo area and reveal the art that it is back here. Really nice. This tailgate has been engineered by us and tested and manufactured to hold up to 500 pounds. So you and your friends can sit here, have a picnic, drive up to the coast, the beach, put your feet in the sand, and it is shift on the fly 4-wheel drive. So for those of you in colder climates like you're up in the Northeast or Midwest, or you're in the mountains, you can drive this in the winter. And the way you're able to do that is it's a modern car chassis. So it has traction control, anti-lock brakes, it has shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive, it has ice, snow, mud, sand modes, and then you have modern creature comforts like your dual zone climate control, your USB-A and USB-C, keyless entry, and remote start. Let's try it. Oh, the door's open. Let's see if it'll work. This one has a Roush performance package. Makes a really nice sound. Hard to hear probably, but you've got intake, exhaust, tune. It's not too loud, but you definitely know it's there, and it's definitely not too soft. Really, really nice sound. Really great partners in Detroit with Roush. Also partner with Best in Class, Fox, on the coilover suspension, and these are not just off-the-shelf shocks that we put on. Let me turn that off. Fox CEO is a client of ours, and so we had the privilege of taking our prototype to the Fox World Headquarters R&D lab, and with their engineers. And keep in mind, this body doesn't exist anywhere. We made this. It's a classic inspired body. It's big, it's heavy, it's steel, and it's different than what the normal 2025 chassis sits on, right? So when you do all that work, you don't just take shocks and throw them on. We had them custom tuned by their engineers at their lab to ensure that this very unique, one-of-a-kind body and all the weight distribution, and we optimized it for pavement on-road driving. Now here's the good news. If you are an off-roader, you can change. They are adjustable, so you can make them harder, softer. We tune them for everyday driving. So on the freeway, on the pavement, 80 miles an hour, one hand on the steering wheel, you're gonna have that confidence, and it's very comfortable. And I can tell you, I have a G-Wagon and a Range Rover and a Urus. The inside of this is nicer than those cars, and that's not a coincidence either, because we wanted it to be not just equal to, but better than. And what I can tell you is, from an exclusivity perspective, there are Range Rovers and G-Wagons everywhere. You will likely be the only person that has a fully modernized classic that's built to this level of craftsmanship that you can actually drive it. And so while it's raining and everybody else thinks twice, or you want to take it on the freeway, take it to your lake house, take the beach house, and you got a bit of a drive, you won't think twice. You want to bring your kids will beg you to drive this, trust me. Amazing sound system, open air, this also closes up, I'll show that to you. They're going to want you to take this car, and you can do it. My wife, she never really liked my classic cars, although they looked cool. She didn't like the lack of reliability. She didn't like the ride quality. And the number one thing she didn't like, zero safety features. Non-starter for her. And so, happy wife, happy life. I pretty much built this for her and for myself, because I always thought that old cars had so much more character that I just couldn't deal with all the problems. And so that journey went from fixing my own car to doing restoration, to doing Restomod in this building here, to building truly the only and the finest fully modernized classic built on a 2025 chassis, modern technology, modern driving characteristics, super high-end quality parts that will blow you away when you get it, like this gas cap, billet aluminum and chromed in Detroit. And you can choose and customize it however you want. There are 33 permutations, lots of paint to sample options for colors and interior. And the one for Christmas that's up for grabs, you can choose some of your colors and options, and that'll deliver before 12/25, before Christmas. We'll even put a giant red bow on it for you too. And we do surprises all the time. So if not Christmas, you have a birthday coming up, anniversary coming up, you sold your company, you went public, you retired, graduation, 16th birthday, you screwed up and now you need a makeup gift. We got you covered. We've done all of it. And we've done surprises too. We're very, very good at it. So for us, this is fun. If you can't tell, it's our passion. And for our team too, they will put a great and tremendous amount of pride into every single step, because they are just true perfectionists. And then we'll stand behind the product too. So it's really a one-of-a-kind product, one-of-a-kind gift. And for the person who has everything, you don't have this. Very rare too, by the way. The production numbers of these, hand-built, low volume, extremely rare to ever come across another one. And if you do, there are so many different permutations, you'll probably never pull up next to an identical one. I don't even know if we built an identical one. We built over 200 of these. We have this down to a science. We know exactly how long it takes. All of the kinks have been worked out, and we are very, very efficient at nailing that quality over and over. And we always said, nail it first, then scale it. So if you are looking for a new ride and you are spoiled by the modern day engineering and the reliability and the technology and the luxury of all the cars that you have and have had, Range Rover, G-Wagon, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, you know which ones, you will find that not only do you not have to give up anything from a luxury, ride quality, steering, braking, technology perspective, but the best thing is there's not anything else like this out on the road. And I always hated pulling up to the country club and there's like 4 Range Rovers, 3 in the same color, you know, G-Wagons everywhere. I love those too, by the way. Just anything boxy and utilitarian. But if you want to be unique and different and you want to customize it and have input in all the details, including roll bar, dash, all these different stripes and wheels, it's really a fun way to build something without any of the hassle of having to build something. We've taken care of all the hard parts. We engineered and tested and crash tested, so you know, full FMVSS compliant. These are things that no one else did. And we did it because we knew that this right here, old restoration, looked nice, but really for purists and hard to live with for, I would say, 99% of people. This right here being the Restomod, an advancement and improvement over an old restoration, but still fell short of a modern 2025 vehicle. And we are extremely proud of all of the work and the time, the effort that our team and our vendors and all of our clients who understood the concept and said, yes, I want that. I want everything. Give me the best of both worlds. Give me that classic inspired look, but I want no compromises. And I will open this one here and show you. It's one of my favorites here. Check this out. Damn. Chalk gray with snow white interior. I'm not going to get any closer than this to it. It is an absolute work of art. And look at the interior details on this. Take a little sneak peek right here. Look at that stitching. You'll be blown away, I promise. All right, so mallard green, beautiful color, Wimbledon white trim, Wimbledon white wheels, Wimbledon white grille as well. You got your vintage stripes and a Wimbledon white soft top. Let's take a real quick peek inside and see what colors they did on the inside. Worn glove, Wimbledon white on the dash. You got your goodie bag there full of merch. And this one's ready to ship. That's mallard green. So there's mallard green. There's chalk gray with snow white. You saw this ASMR reel that we did last night, yesterday. That's root beer, macadamia metallic, Wimbledon white with black trim. I really love this one. God, that's beautiful. And talk a little bit about what it's like to actually not just drive it like physically, because it drives. Want to take pictures of your car because it's cool, right? It's Ferrari, it's Lamborghini. But I can tell you, this right here is appreciated and loved by men, women, children, young, old, foreign, domestic, car people, non-car people. Like, people tell us all the time they've never even cared about a car before. They don't even care about cars. But there's something just so unique and beautiful about this truck that if you can make it modern, you can make it safe, you can make it reliable, you can add luxury to it. For a lot of people, it's their dream car. It was my dream car. Well, I would say the 1974 Bronco that I bought was my dream car, but after all of those problems that I personally experienced, it was the inspiration behind it. But really, we're building my dream car today, and we're building dream cars for our customers, and I'm so happy with the result. And the result isn't the product, it's the reaction that our customers give us. They tell us that the fit and finish is superb and on par with anything they own, and that's coming from customers that own cars that cost well over $300,000. And the service, maybe one day we'll open a 5-star hotel because of service. You will feel absolutely like a VIP because you are a VIP. You spent 250 grand with us. It's a lot of money. So that's not a small thing for us. And because we love what we do so much, and we love the brand, we love the team and everything it stands for, we understand what the mission is. You want it to be perfect and you want it to be on time. We'll give you both. And for whatever reason, and the timing thing we're really good at today, by the way, which I love because I started this company right before the pandemic, which was a very challenging time to start a company. And you had labor issues, and then you had the supply chain crisis. I mean, it was an absolute nightmare. Oh, by the way, and then move in this building and build a team and people and process and supply chain. It was hard. But it was because it was all driven by passion. Because we loved what we're doing so much and we hired people who shared that same passion, we were able to get through all of that. And the biggest validation of our work today is not me standing here just pointing out how great it is. It's our customers telling us how much they love it. Customers that own the nicest cars on the market that you can buy. That to me, that's what makes us happy. And when we hear that, it only drives us to do even better. So we will never be satisfied. No artist is ever truly satisfied with where they are. And these guys, they really are artists. So shoot us a text or give us a call, and we'll walk you through our build process if you want to customize one. We'll walk you through if you want to grab the build in progress that you can customize in time for Christmas delivery. Text or call us, there's only one, and we'll answer all your questions and take you through the whole thing. And we feel very, very confident that if you're looking for something high quality, unique, exclusive, and you don't want to have to worry about anything, and you're not a mechanic, and you don't want to deal with old car problems, we have truly reverse engineered the ultimate classic inspired vehicle. You're never gonna have to worry about any of that. You're not gonna think about that. And we stand behind the product. Man, this is gonna be a very good looking car. If this is yours, Raven Black with cognac, you're the first one to do it. So well done. And that's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I love too the body matching dash. Of course, it's black, so you got all black roll bar, body matching dash, probably black on the grille. Let's see. Yeah, and I bet the trim on this is black too. It's gonna be all blacked out, murdered out as they call it, right? And if you want to see a close-up of this color, holy crap, so nice. I know you guys have a lot of G-Wagon owners out there. Go out to your G-Wagon and check out this part of your truck. And even if it's a G63 and not a 550, this is plastic from Mercedes, AMG, 2025, $250,000 car. And what we do is we wrap all that hand stitched in leather. Every little detail. Billet aluminum. These are all custom billet aluminum parts that we've manufactured. And then the matching Alcantara to go with that cognac leather. Check that out. Just beautiful. And again, 6 airbags, all FMVSS compliant, all tested in a lab by the same test companies that do the big OEMs, and we crash tested it too. Frontal, side, rear, fully compliant. And the result is you're not have to worry about anything. You will have one of the coolest cars, not just in your neighborhood or at the country club or on the block, likely in your city, and depending on what city you live in, who knows, maybe in your state. So reach out to us. We'd love to do surprises. So if you're going to do a Christmas one, this would be the time to pull the trigger quickly. Or if you're not in a hurry, we have custom build slots, and you get in the queue and we can customize one for you. Okay, all right, so this is Friday afternoon, probably the last live of the day. We'll be here this weekend though, because we're always on. And you can join us then. I'm excited to take you on a drive in this one because it's our demo truck. So when this is going through final inspection and it's ready to hit the road, we're gonna do a drive in the car and take you on an inside of the vehicle experience on the road. Until then, feel free to reach out by text or by call, and hope you guys have an excellent weekend. And thank you for joining. Thanks for all your support. Francois, our team, from everybody here. Ken, how are you? They do such a great job. These guys deserve all the credit. And we'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a good night.